globally, we have over 1 billion people on the planet that live in informal settlements. That is ultimately the planetary challenge. How do we not leave anyone behind? People living in informal settlements often have very little resources, lack of access to sanitation, lack of access to water, very high rates of disease burden, poverty. This is the community that lives with these burdens of these problems, and they're finding ways to cope.
Selama ini penderitaannya luar biasa, lebih 20-30 tahun yang lalu. Kesenangan anak-anak suka main di air. Mereka badannya rasa gatal, mencret, ya mudah kena penyakit. Bahkan dulu pernah terjadi demam berdarah sehingga mudah kena jangkit penyakit buat anak-anak yang dibawa, utamanya anak-anak di bawah umur 5 tahun.
When it's high tide and heavy rain, the floods bringing like plastics, bottles, and all those kind of rubbish, bringing them inside the community.
When the water comes up, that water from the toilet is coming up. Some of the kids here are playing on that water. It's a big issue.
RISE is a global project. We have 12 settlements in Indonesia, 12 settlements in Fiji.
This project will use innovative, community-driven, nature-based methods to address health, environment, water and sanitation issues faced by people in the informal settlements.
We're a team of experts. We're engineers, architects, medical doctors, social scientists, economists, anthropologists. We're really interested in what does green alternative technologies and infrastructure look like for the planet. That could be everything from a rainwater tank to a biofiltration system which would treat dirty stormwater or dirty wastewater, to wastewater wetland systems, to overflow units, to decentralised sewage pumping systems. This project is the first project in the world that is trialling these sorts of technologies that have been placed and designed in partnership with communities.
Apa proyek yang dilakukan oleh IDB di sini bersama-sama dengan Monash University dan Hasanuddin University benar-benar meningkatkan kualitas hidup masyarakat di sini. Tadinya di sini masyarakat banjir, setiap tahun banjir dan sangat kumuh di sini. Melalui program ini, program sanitasi dan infrastruktur yang ada itu bisa menjadi meningkat.
We all have that same basic need and those same basic rights. And so what RISE is doing here and the work we're doing together is about some of those most basic things that connect us as humans. We can never realise the potential of everyone in the Pacific if we don't meet their basic needs of sanitation, clean water supply, shelter, and safety from some of those environmental changes we're seeing. And so I'm reminded that no matter where we live, we have a duty to one another to see the potential of everyone realised by making sure those basic needs are met so that then everyone has hope. Everyone can fulfil their potential. Everyone can fulfil the opportunities that exist for them in this wonderful place. As we face the challenges of climate change, we have to build resilient communities. And so I really commend RISE because you are factoring that into the work that you're doing and making sure that this project lasts and it can be replicated elsewhere.
We made a really bold decision. Instead of having a fly-in expert model fly out, that we were going to recruit the right talent locally and work in partnership with that talent.
We have done a checkup for children. It's last year. That's the first checkup in the community. I work very hard with them because I want to have a community with no sick children. When a child is sick, it's so scary.
We're taking stool and blood samples of all children under the age of 5 throughout the project, and we're asking the question, prior to our intervention, what was people's health? And post the intervention, what's been the impact on the children's health? We're collecting all the environmental samples, water, soil, air quality, what's happening in the biodiversity environment, what's happening with the vectors, the transporters of disease, such as mosquitoes and rats and livestock. We've actually built 2 state-of-the-art laboratories, so the bulk of the processing of our environmental and human sample data is conducted locally.
Perubahannya sih begitu banyak daripada yang dulu. Kalau yang sekarang banyak kita aktivitasnya juga bebas, mau kemana, mau keluar kemana bisa. Kita tidur malam pun tenang karena biar hujan keras nggak takut. Kalau dulu
Saya sangat merasa gembira karena saya saksikan sendiri bahwa dilihat kenyataannya, dalamnya, tapi toh bisa sama dengan yang lain.
This project's led by us at Monash University, but it involves a consortia of organisations and people that are really dedicated to the mission of RISE.
Collaboration between big donors like ADB with leading research institutions like Monash University could make people's life different. And I hope that we will even enhance our collaboration, not only here but everywhere.
We're on this journey and we need partners. We need partners that have that global vision, taking what we've learned and helping us scale it to those that are most in need, so that collectively we can leave no one behind.